Well, this is day 2 of our meetings here in Orlando, and you might know Kevin Young. Hi, Kevin. What's your title? What's your role? Field something.
Director of Field Missions. So,
Okay.
Yes, along with my beautiful wife, Jeanette, co-leading.
Awesome. So his responsibility is to basically go kind of check with the people on the field, the directors, and all those people out there, make sure that we're all connected. Is that kind of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are we, from your perspective, what are we doing here this week? What's going on?
What's going on is something that I was telling some folks a little while ago. I don't want to be over zealous to say this, but it is historic. In my memory, which is a long one on staff, as you know, we have never done what we're doing right now, and that is we are bringing the field to Orlando to join the leadership team and other leaders to be in the same room to talk about the same issues with an equal voice in the room. We're letting your voice, which is really the field's voice, be heard in this room, which is really going to be, from this point on, having dramatic influence in the future of what our ministry is going to look like. Yeah, it's interesting. One of the first things Tyrone did, which I really respect, and it's actually called skunking. Anyway,
There's a word for it.
Yeah, it's a corporate term where the executive leader will go down into the woof and woof of what's happening in that entity and get his hands in the grip on what's actually happening.
Kind of like the show Undercover Boss.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll just actually get first-hand, not second-hand intel. And so Tyrone this year, what he did, he went to almost every city. And the thing I respect most about that is he spent his weekends doing that. It wasn't like he just had an enjoyable year. He pushed this into his schedule intentionally. And so what he discovered and began to see is that there were real issues out there, and there were people really hurting out there. That the high school ministry, even though we are reaching our target audience in a really cool way, that the stress and strain of less critical mass was putting some pressure on our teams that he saw that needed to be remedied. So he brought that intel back to us, and we began to talk about what could it look like to actually make sure that what he heard, we understood, and then we took matters in hand and said, let's actually change this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but with a voice from the field, which is why we're doing this week,
Yes.
is to make sure that we're not just doing it on our own, what we think the field wants. We want some of the field people in here helping us guide this thing.
Yeah.
So Adam, this is Adam. Again, we're having ice cream at the afternoon. But Adam, tell me real quick, just what's today about?
So today we've moved from our dream phase to discovery, and we've been looking at how do we pay attention to those that we serve, understand what their needs are, and design our ministry to make sure that it meets those needs. So we spent a good deal of time closing out our vision, getting a clear understanding of our preferred future, but we took into account the voices of all of the staff that had responded to the survey as we were putting that vision together. And now we're going to start actual problem solving. What are the things that the staff have told us are the major obstacles that are keeping us from being the ministry that we know God has called us to be? So we're going to get into the weeds.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, day 1 is over. No, day 2. Day 2 is over. This is Dawn, my lovely wife, and this is Adam. And so we're heading to dinner together. Today we talked about the problems. We got the problems on paper of our ministry, and it was grueling. And looking forward to tomorrow when maybe we'll have some solutions we can actually bring to the table on this.
Yes.
So thank you for all your feedback. Those of you who gave it, it really gave us some fuel to better understand where we are as a ministry. So thanks a lot. We're checking out, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.